Good morning, dear children. In today's video, we are going to start our next chapter of geography, that is, chapter 2, the globe, latitudes and longitudes. In this video, you will learn about the globe and latitudes and about the important parallels of latitude. So, watch the video carefully. Geography Chapter 2, the globe, latitude and longitudes. We want to know more about Earth, as Earth is a fascinating place to live in. To know it better, we need to find a true representation of it. Our Earth is neither round nor a perfect sphere. It is slightly flattened at the top and the bottom, known as the North Pole and the South Pole respectively. This shape of Earth can be best known with the help of globe. We use a globe to represent Earth. Thus, globe is a model of Earth on a small scale. A globe is mounted on an axis and we can spin it the way Earth actually rotates. The axis of the Earth is tilted. The Earth in space is also placed in a tilted position. This tilted axis of Earth is responsible for the phenomena such as day and nights of different duration and occurrence of seasons on Earth. With the help of globe, we can easily understand distance, directions, and exact shape of continents and oceans, etc. Latitudes and longitudes. If you look at the globe or at the world map, you will notice two sets of lines drawn on them. One set of these lines run horizontally or in the east-west direction, while the other set of lines run vertically or in the north-south direction. Geographers have made locating a place on Earth's surface easier by drawing imaginary lines on the globe. These lines are horizontal and vertical, which cut each other at right angles. The east-west lines are called parallels of latitude, while the north-south lines are called the meridians of longitude. Remember, both longitudes and latitudes are imaginary lines drawn on the globe or the world map. Latitudes. Latitudes are drawn in the east-west direction between the two poles. The equator. The equator is drawn between North and South Pole in the middle of the globe. The northern half of the globe is known as Northern Hemisphere and the southern half is known as Southern Hemisphere. Thus, equator is an imaginary circular line that serves an important reference point to locate places on Earth. The equator is the longest latitude. All other latitudes are small circles parallel to the equator, drawn at an interval of 1 degree. The latitude of the equator is supposed to be 0 degree. There are 180 parallels of latitude, 90 to the north and 90 to the south of the equator. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude. Each parallel of latitude is a circle. Latitudes are of unequal length. The equator is the longest latitude and each circle becomes smaller towards the poles. Important parallels of latitudes. The latitude of a place is its angular distance, north or south of equator. It gives the location of a place from the equator. There are 4 important parallels of latitudes. First, Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north in the northern hemisphere. Second, Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south in the southern hemisphere. Third, Arctic Circle, 66.5 degrees north of equator. Fourth, Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degrees south of equator. Heat zones. The parallels of latitude divide the Earth into 3 heat zones on the basis of the amount of heat received from the sun. The sun rays do not fall vertically on all places on the surface of the Earth at a time. The regions near the equator are the hottest on the Earth's surface as they get more direct rays of the sun, while the regions away from the equator do not heat to the same extent as the temperature gradually decreases because the sun rays are slanting here. Therefore, there are 3 main heat zones: torrid zone, temperate zone, frigid zone. First, torrid zone. Torrid means hot. This zone lies between the Tropic of the Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This zone experiences high temperature throughout the year because the rays of sun fall vertically on this region. making it extremely hot. Most of the India lies in this zone. The sun rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June, making it the longest day in the year. Similarly, 22nd December experiences longest night. Second is temperate zone. Temperate means moderate. That means neither very hot nor very cold. This zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. This zone never receives the vertical rays of the sun, so it experiences moderate temperature throughout the year. The sun rays are slanting, reducing the heat and keeping the temperature moderate. Fridge zone. The meaning of fridge is cold. This zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. The temperature remains very low throughout the year, as this zone receives very slanting sun rays. So this zone gets the least amount of heat, and they are the coldest regions of the earth.